Hello everybody, welcome to another speedrun game with the black pieces against Marcellus Wallace rated 1500. We're going to play a Pirc Defense and see how they respond. He's pressuring our piece and we're ready to castle. Now we have the starting position, we can proceed from here. He restricts this, our access of this square, but he didn't push the pawn. So what do we want to do? Let's put the question to the bishop. It's a free improving move. He goes back. We just develop a new piece, as does he. C6, extra control over the center, a new diagonal for the queen. Preparing b5, common idea. He retreats the bishop preemptively. We can attack it, maybe force bishop c2, where it looks kind of weird. So let's throw that in, double attack. He doesn't notice we're hitting this pawn, he thinks it's just attacking the bishop. So I don't see what's wrong with taking a free pawn and establishing our win condition. Okay, he attacks our knight. We don't want to hang the knight. Let's retreat it, center, and hit the bishop. This is an active bishop, we'll trade it next. He protects the pawn. Let's just take off the bishop. He takes with the queen. If you hit the queen, he takes a pawn, rook b1, he takes a pawn, you take a pawn. I mean, it's whatever. We're up material, so we can develop a new piece. Offer the queen trade without worrying about it, as he pushes in the center. I think we should go for the queen trade while we can, up our material, lessen his counterplay. And now that our knight's being attacked, we can jump it into the center. Seems reasonable. So let's do that. Opens up our bishop. He takes a pawn. We take a pawn. Open up the e file for his rook. A line for his bishop. He goes here. I mean, we can definitely take that. However, that's what he wants for infiltration. He's also hitting this though. So takes, infiltration. Oh, well, let's take. We definitely want that. And now maybe we can dislodge it before he gets too comfortable. So now he can't double because he'll lose a rook. And now we can develop our bishop here or here, hitting a knight. Let's hit this knight to double the pawn structure and not block the e-file, so we can challenge his rook. He moves his knight towards the center. But I think it's time to develop our rook. Trades are good for us. He attacks the bishop. We can calmly retreat to a square that dominates his knight, protects the rooks. We're now ready to trade, and then when he trades, we can put another rook because of the bishop. We also have two improving moves for our king. And he moves the knight. He's targeting these light squares. It makes some sense. So let's take this knight with check. Now he only has one knight. Now this knight can't do any damage all on its own because it doesn't coordinate with the other knight. So we can kick it. He comes in our position, which seems like the wrong way to go, but maybe not. We can solidify our center. He can hop around, but what's he really doing? Nobody really knows. Let's attack that knight instead of letting him bully us. Now when we put the bishop here, it doesn't matter if he has a rook here, because the bishop's in the way. So now we can attack the knight, and it's almost trapped, which is odd. Now it's trapped. And that's because Marcellus Wallace is moving instantaneously and without regard for what I'm going to do. So now that we won material, we have this passed pawn. Where do rooks belong? behind it. So it's already in place for support. I mean, you could take free stuff, but you also don't have to. You could do any number of things. He'll give a check, you go up, and he has nothing to even target. I guess rook c8, bishop back. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so he hunts the pawn, fine. It's all the same. We might as well put it on light since that's what our bishop is, saying you can never actually take it. And that's funny, so let's do that. He tries to deflect our bishop, but we just put it on the outpost, and now this is fully secure. We can move our rook somewhere else. We have infinite time with this construction that he cannot break down. So let's just cut off the entire row, swing our rook over, create some potential funny looking net, although it's not mate. Well, it wins a pawn at the very least, but okay, we're going to give the check just to force the king back. As mentioned previously, you have infinite time, right? This would be checkmate if you can cover the dark squares, but you can't. So you have infinite time to do whatever you want. You move your king in. You can get your king here, here, I mean really wherever. Let's kick his king again just for fun, because he won't resign. And you can push these pawns or infiltrate with your king. It doesn't really matter. Pushing these pawns, you infiltrate either way. Just to make him mad, we solidify so he can't target anything. Like he's not even targeting stuff. Like there's no check, there's no pawns. It's like, what's the point? We give a random check to see where his king goes. He goes there, so we'll push. His rook has to stay on the back rank. And now he's threatening to win the pawn. So let's just do this. So he takes with the king. Let's just do this so the game's over. And the bishop supports the queen. We hang our bishop on purpose. He doesn't even take it. I was going to say to get the passed pawn, you know, because the fastest way to checkmate is the two queens, ladder mate. Wait, I just tried to move this guy here. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Yeah, random queen checks, and now that we're in front of his pawn, you can do the ladder mate. Otherwise, he's just going to dance around his pawn in a circle for no reason. See, now that he can't dance around, he's forced to go back, and there's the ladder. You see? Nice and easy. Oh, whoa, I almost pre-moved here. He could have moved here. I mean, it's still the up a queen, but it's not mate, and you lose a queen. So that guy wasted his time. Well, let's go through the game. So here we have the starting position of the Pirc. He didn't take full control over the center. We can do whatever we want. c6, bishop g5, h6, a6, knight f6, like anything's good. So we question to the bishop. He goes back. We develop. Control the center. Prepare b5. Okay, we have one mistake, 96% game. Now we just improve a piece for free with a double threat, and it's playable from both sides, but the second he ignores this threat, we just are winning. Minus 1.3, clearly better, up a pawn. So we take the free stuff, we have our win condition, he attacks our knight, force move. We take the bishop off the board, his most active piece. We develop with a queen trade, minus 1.8. Okay, we take his queen off the board to try to get to a winning endgame. And now, okay, you could take the pawn, but we jump in either way. Now he's forcing the rook and the pawn, so you have to take it. It's minus 2.7, position completely winning. He takes, we find bishop f6 to make sure that he cannot stay in our camp and prevent us from developing. Development, connecting our rooks with a threat. Development and piece towards the center. Force move. Okay, they call this a mistake, but it's not really a mistake. Obviously, you have better, more technically more advantageous engine moves, but no, humanly speaking, this is strategically makes a ton of sense. You get rid of the active knight in the center for your bishop that's clamped down, removing the coordination between knights, all future threats, all future counterplay. All right, it's not a mistake. Wait, I'm black. Yeah, so I took it because it automatically forces his knight here. You get another tempo, you solidify your center, you're just winning. But he goes into our territory, which traps the knight, and now it's -4 because this knight never escapes. So, short game, to the point, easy conversion, you're up a piece, you can do whatever you want. Submit your rapid games in my Discord. Good luck in your chess.